be right there. Just sit behind your name. You guys can have that water as well. Yeah. Coach Grant, you're going to join me right here. Congrats on the win. We're going to start with an opening statement from you. And then we'll
no, me either. He said Zoom, yeah.
All right, we're now ready to begin the Boston College press conference. We're joined by head coach Earl Grant, student athletes Quinten Post and Demarr Langford. We're going to start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll take questions from the media. Coach, if you'll start us off.
Yeah, just very fortunate and thankful. You know, the good Lord gave us a lot of strength today to come out and compete at a high level. You know, after a long year, to come out with great energy. You know, I saw a lot of energy yesterday in our workout. The guys had good spirits, and so just really proud of our players for having a collective, determined spirit and working really hard to find a way to advance in this tournament.
We'll take questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand in the room. If you have a question on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. We'll go front row here.
Thank you. Lloyd Carroll from the Queens Chronicle. Coach, I was very impressed with how your team, when they had a big lead, used the clock very judiciously. I mean, I watched NBA games where players don't seem to care about the clock. I'm just curious, is that something that you work on, game management situations, as much as anything else?
Not really. I mean, we just had 4 really good guards out there. We put a 4-guard lineup in so everybody could really ball handle and drive it, and we spread the floor. And the guys just did a great job of moving the ball and being patient and trying to get into the paint towards the end of the shot clock. But I think just having the 4 guards out there, you know, with so much ball handling, that's probably the biggest reason we were able to manage that game the way we did.
We'll take a question from Zoom. Dan Rubin, if you want to unmute yourself and go ahead with your question.
Coach, it felt like at the beginning of the game, the physicality had really jumped up there, and you know, there was a lot of pushing and shoving. I was just curious how your team responded to that, and if that helped, you know, with your style of play to be able to play in a little bit more physical manner.
I mean, we play physical. You know, we like to defend and rebound and take care of the ball, so guys adjusted to it well. I thought they hurt us a little bit on the offensive glass early, but we made the adjustments, did what we needed to do, played really physical after the first 10 minutes. So I think our guys did a great job. You know, we rebounded the ball well. You know, that's one of our standards. We want a defensive rebound, and I think we hit our number tonight.
If you have a question in the room, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. Let's go front left here.
The first time you guys played Pitt, John Hugley had 30 points, 13 rebounds, and then the second game you held him in check a little bit. Tonight it looked like he was on his way to have another big game, but you guys adjusted and were able to hold him in check a little bit more. How were you able to do that?
One of you guys can
Go ahead, keep it.
Demarr, how about you start us off with that one, and then we'll go to Quinten.
All right. You know, we knew he was like, you know, the motor of their team. We knew that the bigs was going to, need help with him from the first game. And our game plan was just kind of double him in the post and make somebody else make a play.
Yeah, I think he started off the game really well, being physical. Then he also made some jump shots. I think we kind of said that we would live with the jump shots, and then we tried to help me and James as much as possible. And I think we did a better job after the first few minutes.
Recording in progress.
After the first few minutes of the half, well, he's a great player, and I think we did a decent job of holding him down after that.
Our next question will come from Zoom. Andy Backstrom, if you want to go ahead with your question.
Hey guys, this one's for Demarr. I wanted to ask about how important this was for you guys in the senior class here. A couple guys maybe leaving the program after this season, just to get a win and not end on what would have been a 4-game losing streak, and to get a win here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's very important to our guys. Grant talks about them every day and how many practices they got left. And he just shows how important they are to us, and not just the seniors, but everybody, the staff, and all the players to us. And to come out here in Brooklyn and play in the Barclays Center for the ACC Tournament, it's a great feeling for them to kind of end their college career and kind of send them off, and hopefully we can just keep advancing, keep playing, keep winning.
Let's go front left here. Question inside the room.
Craig Meyer from Pittsburgh Post. Is that for Demarr and Quinten? Y'all went on a 25-4 run between a period late in the first half and early in the second. For you guys, like when y'all were out there, when did it start to feel like to you guys that the game was breaking open? And what did you see from your opponents in that time that kind of gave you a sense that y'all were starting to take control?
Quinten, if you want to start us off, and then we'll go to Demarr.
I think it was, for me, it was two things that really broke the game open. At first, they had one of their players had the flagrant foul and the technical. That gave us 4 free throws, and I think that also kind of rattled their spirit, kind of. I think we, as a team, did a really good job just to stay together and stay the course. And then after that, we also kind of changed our offense a little bit. We played a more 5-out system that really helped us to get us a lot of open shots and good cuts. So I think those two things really helped us in the second half.
For me, when I kind of saw it breaking away was, I think at the 4-minute mark in the first half. I think they had 22 points, and they ended the half with 22 points. So it was it just showed us like the aggression that we played with, us keeping possession of the ball, being smart, making a smart play, making a smart read, and just we played aggressive, and it kind of I guess gave them a little shock, I guess you could say.
Our next question will come from Zoom. Jerry DePaula, if you want to go ahead with your question.
Question is for Quinten. I was wondering what you saw in the little dust up with Femi Odukali there early in the second half.
I'm not quite sure what happened. I think it was a rebound, and there was a scramble, and I honestly can't fully recall, but I think he tackled me in a way, and then I was on the ground, and I think he kind of stood over me. I don't know. I just had to keep calm, and the refs fixed it kind of for us, so that was good.
If you have a question inside the room, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. Our next question will come from Zoom. Saraba, go ahead with your question. So Saraba Goldkarn on Zoom, if you want to go ahead with your question. Our next question will come from here in the room. Let's go front right.
Christian Arnold with AM New York. Obviously, you guys get to play in a lot of different exciting venues, but to have the championship game in Brooklyn and Barclays Center, an NBA facility like that, what does it mean for you guys to be able to close out a season like that and kind of make that push towards the NCAA tournament here?
It's a great feeling for me personally. I know it means a lot to the team and a lot to Coach Grant. For me, like I said, this is my first time playing here. I watch this arena on TV all the time. Kevin Durant and everything. It really means a lot to me to know that I can maybe probably be in this position one day. Every game. It's just really nice. I don't even know how to put it into words really, but it's a great feeling for me.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously I'm from Europe, from the Netherlands, and over there basketball isn't as big as it is over here. So to come here and to play D1 basketball at the highest level and to play in these kind of arenas, that's like a dream come through. It's just a great experience.
Our next question will come from Zoom. Saraba, if you want to go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so you guys shot the ball really well today, almost 54%. What was the Pitt defense giving you that made things easier offensively, and how do you plan on continuing that tomorrow against Wake Forest?
Coach, you wanna?
No, I thought we had good balance. We had a lot of guys score. I think we had 5 guys that scored 9 or more points. We were very unselfish, and we were patient. We had good offensive maturity. It's something we talked about all year long. We want to be playing our best basketball in March. We want to get good shots. We want to take care of the ball. So it really was a kind of a accumulation of what we worked on all year. It just showed up today. With us having 17 assists, taking care of the ball to our standard. We had 12 turnovers, so 5+ as it pertains to assist to turnover, which is a good number. And then we were just very unselfish. We waited and we were patient to get the best shot we can get.
Question in the back of the room here.
As you guys make a push towards the NCAA tournament, of course, having familiarity and stuff with all the guys, like I know you, Coach Grant, brought a lot of guys over from Charleston. You brought Galloway over, Bickerstaff from the CA as well. Demarr, your older brother, Makai, and Gianni, you guys all played for Mass Rivals. Having like those guys in your corner that you had a long time coming into this situation, how does that kind of help you power through and reach your goals?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is just the guys I inherited. Obviously, one sitting next to me, Demarr and Makai, to have brothers, that have that type of relationship and that type of care for each other, and then also be so talented. I think that was the biggest part of it. And then James, I had 3 guys that were really good players and guys who have been through a lot of adversity. So anytime you can inherit 3 or 4 players that have been through a lot of adversity, they got a lot of inner strength in them, and they connected, so they really did a good job giving us a foundation. But then being able to get Quinten from Mississippi State with his size and skill level, being able to bring Brevin Galloway, somebody who's been with me for 5 years, certainly that helped as well. But I think just, being able to inherit a few guys that really actually fit my system and how we like to play initially had a lot to do with us finding a way to make some progress and be in this opportunity to advance and get, live to see another day.
Time for maybe one more question. We'll take a question from Zoom. Jerry DiPaolo, if you want to go ahead with your question.
This question is for Coach Grant. I was wondering how much of a relief was it for you and your players when Johnny Ugley went out with foul trouble early or late in the first half?
It wasn't as much of a relief for me. We had a game plan, so we planned on him being in the game a lot. So we had game plan on how we wanted to guard him. So I really didn't, recognize it as much. I just thought, we needed to continue to stick to our plan and continue to play the game the right way. So I really didn't think a whole lot about it. The last time we played him in Boston, I think he went out of the game pretty early with some foul trouble. And so it really didn't it didn't go across my mind. I just thought, hey, we got to stick to our game plan, try to win each possession, and then let the chips fall where they may.
That's all the time we have for you today. Thanks so much, guys.
Appreciate it.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.